Millions of years ago, a massive fragment of rock drifted through the cold, silent void between Mars and Jupiter. Its trajectory was locked. This was a rare carbonaceous chondrite, a carbon-rich asteroid formed at the dawn of the outer solar system. At that exact moment, Earth was a vibrant, humid greenhouse. Lush forests of prehistoric pines and ferns stretched across the continents, supporting massive and active ecosystems. Giant herbivores consumed up to a ton of vegetation a day, while apex predators hunted in the dense floodplains. Dinosaurs had commanded the top of the food chain for 165 million years. Their evolutionary perfection offered no defense against an event set in motion millions of miles away. An empire that had stood for eons was about to be destroyed by a threat they could never see coming. Even before the asteroid crossed the moon's orbit, the planet's internal systems were turning hostile. In what is now India, a volcanic region 1,000 kilometers wide had come to life. These were the Deccan Traps, and they had been erupting for hundreds of thousands of years. These volcanoes pumped tens of millions of tons of carbon dioxide and sulfur dioxide into the atmosphere annually. This toxic mix forced the oceans to acidify and triggered dangerous swings in global temperatures. Ecosystems were slowly adapting to these shifts and might have survived if left alone. The asteroid was barreling toward a planet whose biological immune system was already severely compromised. The asteroid pierced the atmosphere at 20 kilometers per second. It compressed the air in its path into an incandescent fireball brighter than the sun. It struck the Yucatan Peninsula in modern-day Mexico, instantly vaporizing rock and water at the point of impact. The explosion released energy equivalent to billions of nuclear bombs, carving out a crater 180 kilometers wide and 20 kilometers deep. A supersonic shockwave flattened thousands of miles of forests in all directions, killing everything in its path. Earthquakes measuring up to 11.2 on the Richter scale, 50 times stronger than any in human history, triggered violent geological reactions worldwide. The explosion itself only killed life in the immediate hemisphere, serving as the mechanical trigger for a total planetary system collapse. The impact launched trillions of tons of pulverized, molten rock through the atmosphere and into orbit. As this debris fell back toward the surface, friction superheated the air and ignited global wildfires simultaneously. The evidence of this specific day is trapped in the Earth's crust. A distinct dark gray rock layer found globally contains the ash, iridium, and soot of the impact. In the oceans, massive mega tsunamis, hundreds of meters high, surged outward from the impact zone, violently swallowing entire continental coastlines. Within hours, the dual assault of a superheated atmosphere and crushing ocean waves left no safe ground on the planet's surface. The searing heat soon gave way to a suffocating darkness as soot, sulfur, and ash blotted out the sun. Global temperatures plummeted nearly 30 degrees Celsius. The surviving biomes entered a prolonged freezing night known as an impact winter. Without sunlight, photosynthesis halted, killing global plant life and ocean phytoplankton. Starvation cascaded through the food chain. Massive herbivores could no longer find the vast vegetation required to survive. Apex predators like the T-Rex disappeared next as their prey vanished. 75% of all species perished when the impact severed Earth's interconnected biological support system. In a world where the largest apex predators were systematically eliminated, survival favored traits that were previously unremarkable. A massive body was now an evolutionary liability. Giant muscles required caloric intake that the dying forests could no longer provide. Early mammals survived by taking shelter in deep underground burrows. They were shielded from the climate and required very few calories to subsist. A small feathered offshoot of the dinosaur family also endured. Their ability to regulate body heat and scavenge for seeds kept them alive in the ruins. The survivors inherited the Earth through biological flexibility and the distinct advantage of being small. Years later, sunlight finally pierced the ash. The planet warmed, allowing pioneer plants to green the Earth once more. Small mammals emerged from their hiding places into a vacant kingdom, beginning the evolutionary journey that would lead to humanity. The impact functioned as a mandatory cosmic reset. Without it, the age of mammals and our own existence likely would never have happened. The legacy of the dinosaurs continues in the New World. Every modern bird flying in our skies is a direct descendant of the empire that fell 66 million years ago.